Hi Libra, this is Monique with Puissant Ascension, and we're getting ready to look into the general energy surrounding you. But first, let's chime. Libra. Did I say Gemini? I feel like I said Gemini earlier. If I did, I didn't mean it. But I did just do Gemini's reading. Perhaps if you have Gemini in your chart, check out the Gemini reading, okay? But this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading's for you. My readings are timeless, so when you find them is when you are meant to find them. A big shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. And for everyone who likes, shares, describes. Anyone who's liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donating, and booking your personal readings, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Speaking of booking your personal readings, today is the last and final day to take 50% off of your personal reading. So if you are feeling called to book a reading with me, the link to my website is in the description, and you'll use the code VENUS111. All right, let's get into it. Ancestors, guides, angels, this reading is for my high vibrational Libras regarding their money and regarding the general energies surrounding them. What messages do you have for Libra regarding the general energies surrounding them? I haven't used these cards in ages. I like them, they're cute, but I don't like thick decks that are hard to shuffle. I like to shuffle with ease. So I haven't used this card a lot because although they last long because the lamination on them, they're kind of like chunky and hard to shuffle, and I don't like to work that hard. You know what I mean? But I figured it's been a while, so why not play with them a little bit today? Tell us more, Spirit. This is for Libra regarding the general energies surrounding them. My favorite cards to shuffle would have to be these, the Rider-Waite, but they're like thin, right? So after a while, if you're not careful, they end up looking like this, a little rough. This is my oldest deck, and I bought this deck. It's a newer deck. At one point I had them combined, but then they could also look a little crusty too. So it's like, you know, do you want cards that last long and that look good? Or do you want, you know, the paper thin ones that shuffle deliciously, but then they start looking scuffed up and sticky and weird after a while? You know what I mean? So I'm creating my own tarot deck. So these are things that I'm considering. I'm like, I want it to be easy for people to shuffle, but I also want them to preserve themselves. Like, so yeah, doing my research. Let's do one more shuffle for Libra, Spirit. This is for the general energies surrounding Libra. Oh, geez, Louise. What is this? The King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I feel like for a lot of you Libras, this is someone outside of you. This could very well be a Gemini, because Geminis and Libras are very compatible. So this could be someone that you've dealt with once upon a time who you could be in your head about, or they could be in their head about you. I do feel like this is someone that you let go of, okay? And they're like experiencing sleepless nights. This is my thing. I feel like people who have a hard time letting go of people are new to this earth. I feel like I've been here a few times around, so I don't mind letting go of people. I kind of feel like, you know, I've had a friend tell me once upon a time, like, wow, you act like everybody's disposable. And I'm like, you know, to a point, everyone is, right? We all bite the dust. Like, people aren't here forever. One day you're married, the next day you're fucking divorced. I mean, come on. I'm just going by the things that I've gathered throughout my various lives, right? Even living in this realm, here and now. So I feel like this person may feel like, oh my God, Libra thinks I'm disposable. And maybe you do think that way because this person's not able to grow with you, so you've outgrown them. And a lot of people tend to stay in relationships that they've outgrown because of history. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about history. Either you're useful to me now or you can fuck off. As like someone who's in my inner world, a lover, even family. Like if you're being a nuisance more than someone useful, you gotta go. You know what I mean? And that may seem harsh and be harsh, but it's just like people need to either pull their own weight in the relationship by being a better version of themselves and growing together, or it's time to separate. Right? Because we're no longer compatible if we're outgrowing one another. But I feel like this person thinks that you should still be in their life or they should still have access to you even though you're no longer compatible. And I just find that very weird. You're either growing together or you're growing apart. There's no in between for me. Okay? You're either useful or you're not. Right? Exactly. So let me know in the comments section if you feel that way, because I definitely do. Anything else, Spirit, for Libra? When you think about it, everything's a transaction, isn't it, in this day and age? Unfortunately, you know, unless we go back to the olden days, and even back in the olden days, you needed to be useful in your village. If you were a useless oaf in your village, you'd be exiled, right? So why do things have to be different now? I tried to catch that one. We'll grab her. That was the world, by the way. Okay. Where are you, girl? There you are. Ugh. All right, look at that. Beautiful as your crowning energy. I love this. What's this? The Page of Wands, okay. What's this? Ooh, the Three of Swords. Okay, Spirit. And the Chariot. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, again, I just feel like a lot of you are moving towards a new direction. A lot of you could be seeing massive changes in your world between now and July. We're inching closer and closer to Gemini season. So this is a really good thing too, because I feel like for air signs, including Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, things are going to begin to start moving forward in your favor now that it's moving into a more favorable time for air to thrive. Okay, the first half of the year is a little rocky. I feel like the second half of the year usually works out a bit better for a lot of air signs. There's more of a flow, in my opinion. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you are moving into a new flow. Yeah, you've had to let go of people, places, and things from your past that no longer serve you. But look, that's the fact of life, isn't it? Right? Exactly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So trusting your intuition. This is your overall energy. Right? So trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. If there are people wanting to have access to you, and you're not interested, you don't have to entertain them. Your no is a complete sentence. And if they're mad, they can scratch their ass and get glad. That has nothing to do with you. You have your life to lead and they have theirs. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be an offer coming in towards you, Libra. An offer that you've been waiting for quite some time here, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. All right, we have the Magician. For some of you, this could be your manifestations. All right, things materializing into your 3D, finally coming to fruition for you after a long time of just waiting, being in this Four of Cups energy, this melancholy energy, right? Exactly. Having to be on guard. It's interesting with this depiction too, because she's looking back and it's like, are you looking back at this Emperor? Right? So some of you could be on guard because of someone you've dealt with in your past, this Emperor energy. Okay. Interesting. Let's clarify. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. This is for Libra regarding the general energies surrounding them. Clarify the world. Three of Pentacles, look at that. Signed, sealed, delivered. Some of you guys are starting a new project, all right? Attracting more money, money-making opportunities into your world, Libra. Tell us more. Wow. Are you kidding me? The Wealthy Woman of Leisure card. The Nine of Pentacles, Libra. You are getting to your bag. You are getting to your money, Libra. This is exciting. And I feel like it's because a lot of you are cutting off distractions. You're really honing in because look at this depiction. This person has swords at each side. A sword at each side. To me, this means I'm not allowing myself to be distracted by useless shenanigans. I'm trusting my intuition here with the crescent moon. I'm leaning into myself. I'm tapping into my ancestors, my guides, my angels, and I'm not allowing distractions. This is moving you forward towards success, monetary success. I'm hearing fame, fortune, status even, Libra. Oh, wowzers. So between now and August, Libra, you could be seeing an influx of financial abundance entering into your world. Spirit, I love it. You better talk to Libra gently. Look at that. Some of you could be traveling for this opportunity. Some of you could be hearing back about this money-making opportunity. Libra, yes. Page of Wands, Spirit, for Libra. The Four of Wands, beautiful. Some of you are moving into your dream home. Libra, you better do it and you better do it correctly, honey. I know that's right. Okay. We saw this person earlier, didn't we? Libra, this could very well be you if you're a divine masculine. Even if you're a divine feminine, this could be you as well. So find out where you fit. Some of you could be taking a relationship to the next level, moving in with someone. Also with the Page of Wands here, it could kind of give like domestic situations because we did see the King of Swords earlier with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, remember? So this could be some domestic shit. And this is my thing. If you're not comfortable in your home, if somebody's causing havoc in your home, honey, somebody has to go. Immediately, or it can get dangerous. Now, if you're like me, a warrior spirit goddess, it's not going to be dangerous for me, it'll be dangerous for them. You want to back me up in a corner, honey? Okay. Try me if you want to. And fuck around and find out. Okay? I'm feeling like some of you need to tap into your warrior princess energy because you have a motherfucker around you trying to intimidate you. Pull out your Glock if you need to. Libra, don't be too nice. Okay? You got a machete, honey? Use it. I'm not playing here. Because when someone's backing you up in a corner, that is war. Remember that. You're welcome. Anything else, Spirit? Shit, I don't play around here. Yeah, some of you may not be going to war, but some of you are definitely moving out or moving into your own home, your dream home with the Eight of Cups. Some of you guys are leaving a relationship intact, but you've just outgrown one another and you're going your separate ways. Good for you. It doesn't always have to turn violent, but if it needs to, match the energy if need be. You're welcome. Three of Swords, Spirit. You know we don't play around here. You guys know I'm a Gemini, okay? We don't play. Shit. And I'm air and fire, honey. We go from 0 to 100 real quick and we don't give a fuck. If you're nice, I'm nice. If you want to get wild, I can get wild. And some of you could be similar. So good for you. Well done. Three of Swords. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. Tell us more. The Tower. Ooh, Spirit. The Two of Pentacles. What? The Knight of Pentacles. Spirit, what's crossing the Tower? What's crossing the Tower for Libra? Hanged Man. Oh, so something finally coming to a head. I'm also hearing like being stopped in your tracks. Four of Pentacles regarding money and finances. Judgment. Yeah. I feel like things are being stopped in their tracks before they go too far. So perhaps some of you could be in a domestic situation. I feel like there's some sort of intervening that happens before things really hit the fan. Okay. with this Judgment, I also feel the judgment that's coming in for a lot of you is financial stability as well, because we do have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. So find out where you fit. The Chariot, Spirit, clarify the Chariot. Ooh, look at that. I feel like for Cancer season, between now and July, a lot of you are moving into a brand new energy, a brand new season. I love this. Justice, there you are, Libra. Tell us more. Libra, are you seeing what I'm seeing, honey? All we need is the Ace of Pentacles and we'll have my Holy Trinity. Okay? Some of you are getting to your bag. Some of you are being catapulted to a position of power status. Some of you are getting your justice here because you're moving into a season of abundance, Libra. This is beautiful. And I feel like a lot of you did walk away from a situation that could have gotten a little tragic and a little domestic. Like I said in Gemini's reading, you know, I feel like it's always smart to take the high road in most things, right? Cultivate boundaries and take the high road. But every once in a while, when you need to let a motherfucker know who you are, then you might have to do that a little bit too, so they remember and they understand who you are and put some respect on your name. But if you are able to take the high road, let's say for me, when I take a high road, it means I'll never run into this person again. So instead of knocking their teeth down their throat and going to prison or to jail, let me just walk away because this person's just a blip in my reality. They don't matter. They don't. Let me walk away. Now, if this is someone who is perpetual in your life, then there needs to be boundaries in place. If they cross the boundaries, they need to be dismissed. If they want to back you up in a corner, then you need to show the fuck out. People get warnings here, right? Exactly. What's this? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. You give people chances, right? Exactly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Yeah. Libra, overall, I feel like a lot of you are doing so well in moving in the right direction. Stay the course. Do not allow anyone to back you up in a corner. Create distance, all right? If this person was close to you, block and delete. If this person tries to force their way into your life, do what you need to do to force them out of it. Spirit, anything else for Libra? Look, I'm love and light, but I'm definitely partial to violence as well if I need to be. Believe that. I will take the high road majority of the time, but if you're putting me in a position where you're backing me up in the corner, honey, it's going to be you and not me. That's how I work, right? Or it'll be both of us. You're losing something fucking with me if you're going to back me up in a corner. You're losing something. You're losing a limb. You're losing your teeth. You're losing an eye. You're losing your scalp. You're losing something, right? And this is why for me specifically, I am very mindful about who is in my energy and who's trying to tap into my energy because I know how I am. Okay. 0 to 100. And the next thing you know, I'm in a straitjacket. You get what I'm saying? So I like to take the high road a lot of the times because it's really not that serious until it is. And when it is, then bring it. And you better bring your A game. Okay? So some of you could be like that. And, you know, you got to defend yourself if you're in a position to have to. Anything else, Spirit? Moon, fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shift, part-time. I really feel like for Moon, I'm getting more so Cancer season. A lot of you are going to see an uptick in your wealth, in your overall life elevation between now and July. And it's just going to carry on from there. It's giving era of wealth. And I love that for you, Libra. Well done. And then we have Rose, financial relief, being content, loving care, supportive role, job security, growing. Yeah, and speaking of taking the high road, you know, don't be around people who provoke you. Because when you're around people who provoke you, there's only so much patience you can have. There's only so much high road you can take before things have to get a little gully. So don't be around people who provoke you, okay? Because energetically, those are people who are trying to take you down to the depths of hell, and you don't want to go there, Libra. You're too good for that. Right? So take the high road by removing yourself from the situation. If a person's a nuisance, you know, then take special parameters to take care of that, however you take care of it. Right? Exactly. Again, Libra, if you do want a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description. Today is the last day to take 50% off. So take advantage. If you are, you know, if you like my straightforward personality, then yeah, definitely book your reading. I promise not to curse you out. If you don't like it, if you're a bit more skittish, then I'm probably not the reader for you. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed the entertainment. Anything else? Because we're balls to the wall over here. Anything else? Ooh, travel. Pack your bags, Libra. Some of you are traveling for this new opportunity. Oh, look at that. Gemini got this one too. Era of wealth. Wowzers. Some of you are traveling in the direction of your era of wealth. Beautiful. Meditate. Stillness, rest, ease, tranquility, solitude, serenity, silence. Yes. Meditation is also really good as well, to prevent you from going from 0 to 100. If you're like me, I love meditation because I can be a hothead under the right circumstances, right? But like I said, I really don't have people around me in my life that ruffle my feathers too much. But I had a gym situation this morning where I was like, do I want to knock her teeth down her throat today and go to jail? Or do I want to take the high road and go see my mother later? Yay, thanks to meditation, her teeth were preserved in her face. Exactly. So there's that. If you want the whole story, watch the Gemini reading, honey. It's funny. It's not funny because I don't like my feathers being ruffled. I don't like being taunted. Because, you know, Geminis are we can be a little off, okay? I'm just going to say that as a Gemini, stelly. And then I also have a lot of fire in my chart. So it's not a good idea to poke the bear, okay? Unless you want to fight to the death. Anyway, happiness, joy, satisfaction, glee, pleasure, high vibe. I love this. Celebration, good news, festivity, ceremony, shindig. Okay, Spirit. Spirit, anything else for Libra? And I'm a lover. Like, I am. I'm a lover. I'm not a fight. Well, I'm a fighter too, but I like being a lover. I don't want to fight people. But it's like, if you're encroaching upon my space, you're not even 6 feet away from me, and you're just all up in you're breathing down my neck. You're asking for a fight with me. You're too close. You're way too close for my comfort, honey. Shit, I don't need you climbing my back. Okay. Reconsider. Okay. Bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. And then we have past life. This situation involves your past life memories. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. I feel like for you, Libra, with this reconsider card, if some of you are being backed up into a corner, Spirit does want you to meditate, trust your intuition, take the high road, and reconsider your actions. All right? Because you're moving into such a prosperous time. You don't want to sabotage that because there's a low vibrational being taunting you into a cat fight. Okay? So be mindful of that, Libra. Especially if you're a hothead like me. Just, you know, use your logic. Just use your logic a bit so that you're not taunted into some bullshit that you'll regret later. Resistance, the number 22. Grounding, the number 3. Divine lineage, the number 6. And true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, now for the lovebirds, look, if you want a love reading, honey, the link to my website's in the description. Now is the time to book your personal reading, honey. You can take 50% off. The sale ends today. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. We have brave, enough, and believe. All right, Libra, that was your reading, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.